What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Wine of the Stars. I'm Jordan, and we are here tonight to do a little bit of modeling. So, man, it's been 2 weeks since I streamed, and hey, Dawn. The last time we streamed, Todd's here in the background. Say hi, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
The last time we streamed, it made a little bit of attention. The night shift that we did last time seemed to have they really liked it over at Mike Lane, and Wayne has watched the video and put it out on one of his videos to kind of promote it. And so I don't think that it's going to be as cool as that stream, but do have some work to do tonight. Plan is to do some work on the 2700 scale Star Destroyer. See how much we can get done tonight. We'll see. As I kind of have to record some clips here and there. I'll probably doing a little bit of recording tonight as well during the stream, just to kind of catch a little bit here and there. So yeah, that's going to be the name of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we do. First thing we're going to be doing today is getting our LEDs. We're going to figure out how to get all of our parts installed here for the engine portion of the ship. I was actually able to do quite a bit of work over the weekend. So the plan is to get that started. I've only got one drill bit left that is currently functional. I've ordered some proper ones that have a bigger shank on them because I keep breaking them. I've got big stupid mitts, and needless to say, it is a bit of a an arduous process going through and getting a lot of those holes drilled. So we'll kind of do a little bit of a review here in just a minute, kind of show you what I've done if anybody hasn't seen what I've done on the Star Destroyer so far. And as a reminder, this Star Destroyer is the build for Green Strawberry, so it's my promotion that I will be doing for them. I was able to actually do quite a bit of work for this last weekend. I got probably a third of the way through the build, and that includes drilling out about 500 windows or so. So I'll show you guys that here in a second. But then, like I said, the name of the game is to start working on this. I'm going to drill as many windows as I can while I have a functional drill bit. I have destroyed all of the other drill bits, so that's just not going to happen. Within the size window that I'm looking for, I'm kind of sticking between 0.3 millimeters and a half a millimeter. It's a 0.25 millimeter fiber optic that we're going to be putting in there, so I'm going to try to keep it a little small. It says you can use up to a 1 millimeter, but I don't want to do that. So we'll see how much we're able to get done on that. And then if, we need to move on to something else, so be it. But this is going to be the name of the game tonight. What I have done this week since Sunday, on Sunday during the Hobby Time Modeler stream, I went through and created all of my LEDs. So all of my wires have been assembled. And then over the last couple of days, because there's just so many wires that I needed to assemble, I went ahead and burned them all in over the course of the last 4 nights. And so all of my LEDs have been burned in, and we're all ready to go on that front. And so really, I've kind of done like what I was worried. I was really worried about this build and like if it was going to take a long time. And really, as long as I was like doing some work while watching TV or whatever, just basically like drilling out the holes as watching TV, and then burning in the LEDs doesn't take anything other than just hooking them up. So, but getting the work, I was able to actually get some work done. So let's go ahead and take a look real fast. And I might pop in and say hi to everybody. Let's scroll up here. I know that Todd was putting some names up on screen, but I was just jabbering away. Hi, Dawn, Ken. Hi, Buck. What's up, Chase? And yeah, so there's a couple other people hanging around, but otherwise, what's up, guys? Yeah, last week was an absolute nut house at work, and this week has kind of turned out to be a little bit of one as well. So it's kind of nice to be able to sit down and actually do some modeling. So let me grab the 2 portions of the hull that I have done and kind of review what we're looking at here. And so let's take a look down here. I guess we'll start with the bottom. Why not? Sure. So I went ahead and got the bottom installed along the sides. Basically, it's 2 pieces. So it's just 1 piece and then the second piece. And then you have the little side pieces that go along there. And along the sides, we'll focus up. Gonna get in the middle of the screen there. It may be kind of hard to pick up because it's probably trying to focus on something else. But along the sides, there are, between both sides of this, there are 426 windows that I have drilled out. Along the sides there. Sorry, not 426, 226 windows that I've done along the sides here. I realize that's like 226 pieces of fiber optic that I need to put in just along the bottom. But we'll kind of take a look at that as well, kind of how they're going to be doing the fiber optics for this build. So this is the lower portion of the hull that I've gotten done. And for the upper portion, this one was done in several pieces, main 2 pieces, just like the bottom were just done in 2 pieces. But where a lot of the work has been done has been along the sides. So there was you basically have to take all of these little pieces and kind of stick them in along the side. And it's done in several layers. And along the top here, there are 440 windows that I've done. So there's going to be another layer on top, which is where I'm going to be filming and doing the demonstration for the green strawberry build for the video. And then we have the bridge that we still have to do, the bridge structure that goes along the top. And those, each one have probably about 300 to 400 windows that need to be done. I imagine I should be done with the drilling by the end of this weekend, I'm hoping. Can you push the drill further in the handle? Oh, I have, Ken. Yeah, the product, like these are as far back as they will go. Like the shank is all the way down; it's touching the back. Yeah, that's as far as it'll go. The ones that I picked up have the much larger shank down here on the bottom, and I just picked up multiples. The pack that I picked up, I basically grabbed a couple of these. And I've exhausted everything, as you guys can see, below the 0.6 millimeters. So I did it on 2 packs. I don't know if I'm like fat fingering it. Some of these drill bits, like they're kind of crappy, if I'm being honest. They're kind of they were the cheap option on Amazon. So some of them were sharper than others. Some of them drilled in a lot easier than others. I wound up like having various levels of success. There was one, and I was able to get, I would say, probably 2/3 of all of the windows along inside here drilled out with just 1 bit. So I did find a couple that worked out really, really well, but yeah, it just kind of wound up being one of those things where I needed to get some proper drill bits. So I picked up some tungsten ones. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, Steven, welcome.
Hey, Steven.
And yeah, Buck, when you look at bits,
the shank's not going to help. The shank is let you hold onto it easier, but the tip is the same size, so it's going to break just as much.
So I picked up, what was it, 2 packs of the, it's basically like an assortment between 0.3 and 0.5 millimeter, and I picked up a couple packs of them. So I should have enough to be able to get this done, and then I'll have enough drill bits to literally last a lifetime. But, you know, hey, got to get that done. So how this build is kind of looking, this kit, if I were to go all the way back to the beginning, this is the Zvezda kit. So this is what the instructions look like. It is the Russian kit. These instructions are horrible. Use the Revell instructions online, because the Revell and Zvezda, they're both the same thing, but it's the Revell instructions are much clearer and easier to read. But this kit is very, very nice. It's up there, I would say, on par with the Bandai Perfect Grade for lack of flash. The plastic is really, really nice. It sands off really nice. You don't have a whole lot of stress marks when you're cutting off the sprues and what have you. So, you know, overall, I'm very impressed. I think I did actually find one piece of flash, and that is a lie. This is the only piece of flash that I have found, and that's just like one little bit. And that's it. So overall, I'm very impressed. Everything fits together. What's unclear? Take these parts. Jesus, Buck. But everything's gone together really, really nice. I haven't had any issues outside of the issues that were brought to me with the purchase of the kit. I got this off of eBay, and it was $175 with shipping, which was $25 more than I was going to pay from Active Power Sports, which we found out to be a non-legit. Well, they sell things, and apparently people sometimes get stuff from them, but I didn't, so I went ahead and got the refund. So I went and picked this up off of eBay, and the only issue is someone had started the build, and so there's some schmutz right along here. It looks like they were trying to use like a debonder or something like that, and they had installed the very first piece, which was, you can see the split right there. So they put it on, and I think they're using super glue, and they took it off, and so there's a little bit of, you know, schmutz kind of along the side. It's really not too bad, but you can tell that they were trying to do something. I think there was a built-in lighting kit that came with it, so let me go ahead and show that real quick. Inside the box, it actually came with a lighting kit stock, and probably wouldn't be too bad if I'm being real. It doesn't have a whole lot of lights for the engine bells, but it does have a bunch of these pre-done fiber bundles. Basically, oh, it does have stuff for the engines. So basically, you just put the fiber optic. Yeah, exactly. You basically take this fiber optic, which is a 0.5 millimeter fiber optic, which would be probably a little bit nicer to work with, but unfortunately I can't work with it. But this was the lighting kit, and I think they realized, whoever had this before, like I got it from on eBay from a thrift shop in Pennsylvania. So you know, there's probably a whole story with this model, but
so you're saying the model has a little schmeg?
A little schmeg in its holes. That's correct.
A little schmeg in my holes. Wait a minute, what? What?
Every single time. Oh man. We also have as part of the new every week. Oh, I need to hold on real quick. I got double logos going on here. I just realized.
I was going to mention your double logo, but I was more worried about the fact that your stream was not very good in the beginning there.
Was it really?
And it was dropping out quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh man, is everything better now?
It seems to be. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'll be talking to you tomorrow about the whole router thing that we're talking about before, because I have an extender down on this end of the house. I shouldn't be running into any issues. And I was actually running into some issues on Sunday as well. So yeah, what's funny is like I was part waiting for a fart during the intro, but it was pleasant that it wasn't there. But at the same time, um, speaking of, we have some new sound effects. What do we got today? Um, I, I don't know how. I don't know who. Like I saw this on a reel or something like this today. But if you guys haven't seen this, there's an old commercial from back in the day, and it was about shipping pants.
Ship my pants? You're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants.
It was a Kmart ad.
It was a Kmart. Oh, of course, it was a Kmart ad. And then,
That's gross!
and then,
On the sea cushion's got a big rip, so a spring always pokes the balls.
we were singing that on stream last night, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. So, yep, that's what's new going on around here. Otherwise, over the last week or so, I've kind of taken a bit of a break from building some models. Work over the last week has been pretty much well challenged. So obviously doing this, it's kind of my project.
It's the final!
I knew it was coming, and it still slays me. Hi, Trent. I also have owned several of those cars. Yes. Yeah. What did I give away? My love, my kindness and understanding. Did I give that away?
That's gross!
This is amazing. The soundboard is like one of the best freaking things. And yes, I did break myself. You'd have to give it away. You couldn't sell it. You could sell the Ian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I love it. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and start. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Taking a bit of a break from editing. I've gotten a bunch of stuff recorded, but I've been kind of like taking a bit of a break after work. I've put in a few 50, 60-hour weeks in a row now. So this week has been a bit of a catch up, so to say, on sleeping and what have you. So yeah, it's tomorrow the videos will resume. I was gonna put the decals on the D'Agostini Falcon until I was reminded last night that I need to do some things on the perfect grade. And so I went ahead and took care of the next couple of stages of the D'Agostini Falcon. So that will be out tomorrow. And then we're going to have an episode of the Razor Crest out on Sunday, actually, which is going to be pretty cool. So I've been kind of getting back into it. Just a little bit of a pause, so to say. I've been needing to take a bit of a break. I am starting to burn the candle at both ends, so to say. And I need to be able to take care of myself a little bit. And so this whole, like, Mike, if you're watching at some point, Mike Lane, if you're watching, thank you for what you produced. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure you guys have. But Mike Lane produced a supercut of the last stream that Todd and I did, where we did the whole kit unpackaging and building and all that. And with that, those edits were really, really good, and I was able to kind of just upload those to keep content rolling on the channel, and so it kind of allowed for me to take a bit of a break. So thank you, Mike. That was fantastic. Todd, did you see that we made the news over in England because of that?
You made the Made in Britain. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know if
we
that,
did,
I don't know
sir.
if that counts
Like,
as news, but I think
yeah.
those people submit blog posts, and then it's a
Mhm.
coalition of
Yeah,
people.
exactly. But it was pretty cool. So, yeah, Mike sent me a link to the Made in Britain news, basically. Um, it's the booby prize. Don't tell him that. He'll be like, I'm a booby.
And look,
Oh my God. Nice. You're negotiating buying car right now. Huh. Dude, yes, please. That'd be amazing. Uh, now, I know that. uh, Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it a full kit that's already built, or is it a one that needs to be started still? That you
It's
would need
seen
to
at a
do.
glance. I'm afraid of ants. I go off on brands and I shit my pants.
My pants. um, Unbuilt. Okay, excellent. All right, dude. That'd be the build is pretty great, and if you were to get it, you probably beat me because I currently am still waiting for packs 6 and 7. So I'm going to be getting pack number 10 this week, I think. So like once I get those 2 packs, I'll have probably about 20 stages to build, which would be pretty cool. And once that gets going, like I think that a lot of people right now, I think Todd, have you been seeing a lot of people have been seeing issues with like the last couple of packs for kit, like stages 100 through 110 seem to be kind of hard to find right now.
oh, I don't know. I have all mine, so
Yeah,
I stopped paying
well,
attention.
it's true. Yeah, when did you get your last parts? You said it was like back in August, right?
I can tell you. I received the last Knight Rider October 8th.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I guess like stage 103 has been kind of like 102 and 103 have been kind of hard to come by. So Ian, if you're able to get the full kit, that'd be amazing. Full kit car, pun intended. So yeah, but that mod alone, like I said before, it made that completely worth it, and it allowed for me to take a bit of a break because there was content produced for me that I didn't have to do. And Wayne also, as I mentioned, reached out, which was pretty cool. Like I was talking to Mike Lane and Wayne on the same day, and my 1 year ago self's mind was just going. So it's been kind of cool, but to be able to kind of take a little bit of a step back. And in that step back, I've been kind of I'm sorry, guys.
He's trying to scoop more Wi-Fi into his room, but it's going out the window or something.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking.
Open your doors and.
Yep, and open door. I'm like as close to the extender as I can. So I do apologize, guys, if I am a little bit choppy.
Take the refrigerator out of the house, blocking your Wi-Fi.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Wi-Fi is all the way at the end of the hallway, so it's like direct shot, but there's the entire house in the way, and halfway through I have an extender, but I don't think that the extender is very strong. So, we'll see. If it does continue to be an issue, let me know. I don't know what I can do about it, but maybe. Well, in this house, yeah, it's entirely possible. There's a cat right there, there's a cat up there, and there's a cat right there. So
about Ian, it's perfectly fine.
And in the last week of kind of like taking a bit of a break, I've been kind of looking around, planning out some builds. I am begun typing up this afternoon when I got home the D'Agostini Falcon build. I've been putting together a bit of a plan. I might. I've really given a thought to just getting some I'm on Wi-Fi, so that's number one.
Oh God,
I know that's not a good thing.
Here's the thing. You don't need 100 feet, but I thought Cat wouldn't let you do it. I recommended that a long time ago. Run a cable across the floor, tape it to the walls. Let's go.
She won't let me do it, but if I were to make it at least a little nice, it would probably be worth it. So
Get a white one.
I'm gonna explore it.
A 50-footer. You know,
Mhm.
just connect yourself.
Yep. No, that's a thing. Like that, I'm on Wi-Fi, and there's like that's the downside. Even like my PlayStation 5 has Buck. Uh, how'd you know? That's not okay. So in this last week of like fantasizing about, well, I've been fantasizing about a thought that I had. And I'm continuing to have this thought about a 1-day part work build. And so I'm kind of like looking around, and I've kind of targeted a build that I might want to do. And so I'll talk about that here in the coming weeks. But I've been kind of fantasizing about doing a 1-day stream on a relatively easy part work that I could probably attempt to try to do in 1 day.
Wait a minute, you're going to try to build the entire thing in 1 day?
On stream.
Okay.
We'll see. I've been thinking about it. It would be something that maybe we'd do around Christmas time. I don't know, or next year. Like I'd have to be able to put together the money for a part work. The one I'm looking for right now, if I were to do it, it would be the IXO Subaru Impreza is the one I was kind of looking at. I've looked at all the build. It looks fairly straightforward. There'd obviously be 0 mods. I see that, Buck. I've given a thought to it. It seems like a fun idea, and I keep coming back to the idea. I don't know why. Like it was like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, I kind of like floated it as something that might be a little bit fun. I don't know if I'd actually be able to physically stream for 24 hours, but it would be fun to give it a try. The Subaru is like, I think 900 parts. The build looks pretty straightforward, but anyway, like that's something that I've been kind of thinking about. If not this year, then next year. What you should do is what I do. You're build Christmas and New Year's. I did that last year too. Actually, I did that. I did the 1 week build of the Enterprise NX01 for my buddy Matt, and yeah, days not hard. Yeah. But there's something like I don't know why, but I've been kind of like obsessed with this idea of getting an entire kit in front of me and just building. Have the cameras going, like eat on stream and just like try to like do all of it. I imagine that I could probably stay awake for about 18 hours. But 24 might be a little bit tough, but you never know. Like the last stage 100 of that is putting decals on, and I swear to God, if I were trying to put decals on it, like after streaming for 18 hours, oof. So anyway, just something I've been thinking about and kind of tossing around ideas in my mind for that. So more to come. We'll see. But
there's
anyway.
also there's a limitation, I think, on YouTube where you can only run for 8 hours. And I think
really?
StreamYards has a limitation too of how long you can do one continuous stream.
So we probably have to set up several.
You might be able to do like 3 8-hour streams if you're going to do like a holiday speed build kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'd recommend the Eleanor. Eleanor, you'd be able to whip that out in a day or two.
Okay. All right, I'll take a look. I'll see, and I got to say, like, I mean, obviously, this is all cost dependent. I got to kind of see where all of that lies. Like, I'm kind of maybe dreaming with more than I'm capable of, but it's a dream. And Eleanor is also a pretty cool build. I know that that one is probably the simplest part work to build, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It's pretty simple. There's not a lot of parts, not a lot of crazy stuff.
And is it available as a full kit right now?
No.
Okay.
Did I ruin your dreams?
Maybe a little bit.
You could look at Agora too and see what they have available as full kits.
Right.
Anything
anything that's available as a full kit that seems interesting. Like it once again, this is just an idea that I've been tossing around in my head, and I can't believe I actually said it on stream. But yeah, it's kind of
let's see, the T800, the Mercedes-Benz, the fire truck, Alien, the Super Snake, which is basically Eleanor. I would not try the Lamborghini. I don't know about the bus either, the Route Master, depending on which side you're from.
mm-hmm.
No, definitely not the Bismarck. Well, that's it.
Okay.
At least from them.
I mean, for sure. So, I mean, once again, I've just been kind of like tossing around some ideas and daydreaming about the future a little bit, which has been kind of cool. So, but yeah,
well,
so
we might, we could always talk to Agora too and ask them and do a kind of a promotional thing, right? So if you say, hey, he's going to do a 2-day build on this and complete the whole thing in 2 days or 3 days or whatever, and do like a streaming marathon and build the entire kit, they may give you a discount.
okay. So, all right, sweet. Well, then we should talk a little bit more about this, because I've been like thinking about it. Like I said, it's been something that when I mentioned it, it just seemed like a lot of fun. Like I can't imagine like it would be arduous and probably less fun to do while I'm doing it, but the thought of it does seem pretty cool. And so once again, just kind of an idea that I've been tossing around. So that's what's going on up here. I literally thinking about doing an entire part work in like 1 or 2 days. I'm crazy. So speaking of crazy, let's go ahead and start working on the Star Destroyer. So
all right, so I have an answer for you. So YouTube, you can limit it. You can stream as long as you want, but they will only store up to 12 hours at a time. So if you ever want anybody to watch it back, like VOD, you have to limit it to 12 hours.
Okay. And
but I think just for your own sanity and health, I would say maybe do something like 3 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I couldn't imagine. Like we've done 8-hour streams before, but only a couple. And at the end of those streams, like you're pretty torched.
We've come close. We've done some 7s.
Yeah.
Did we do a 9 the other day? A month ago? On a Sunday?
We did a 9. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We did.
Don says the Shelby Cobra wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be worth looking to see what they have as full kits. Because once they've got through Pac-12, they pretty much have full kits.
Okay. And that's perfect. Like I said, I've been looking around and thinking about it, and it's just been one of those things that's kind of just been in my mind, and it'd be a lot of fun. Like it would just be a lot of fun to try to pull that off. Like, because part of the whole thing with the part work is you got to do it over the course of like 2 years, and it'd be really, really interesting to do it, over the course of 2 or 3 days. Like that would be. What's interesting to me about it is like remembering where parts were and like how everything all worked together. Like there are parts of the Enterprise now where like I was like, oh, I did that, like and with the Falcon, I can only imagine for you who's been doing all sorts of part works, like I'm sure it just disappears as soon as it's done, it's gone, and so it'd be really interesting. Like that, I just like I said, I got to daydreaming as I was standing here, like literally just drilling out holes and staring at the TV. It was one of those things where I was like, that would be pretty cool. So, all right, cool. There's something to think about. I know that there are plenty of options out there. Like, wouldn't want to do anything super crazy complicated, but
look at what they have for full kits. The Stingray's a full kit now. Anything that's finished run is probably a full kit available.
Yep, where you can just have the box sitting next to you and you just grab out pieces and go.
Yeah, it all comes in one package, right? They send you everything at once.
Yep.
So.
Yep. That also seems super fascinating to me. Like with Ian, like looking at doing a kit and getting it all in one shot. And I know that Ian also bought the DeLorean in one shot, if I'm not mistaken. So have you ever done?
Japan.
Have you ever gotten a full kit all at once?
Yes, my R2D2 from Model Space.
Oh, really? You got it all at once?
Yeah, well, I ordered it all at once, and they shipped me everything but box 3, and that took like 3 months to come. So, but I did buy it all at once, yes. So even if you buy it all at once, they're like, "Sorry, we didn't have box 3. It's coming soon." Thanks.
Model Space will fan home, and fan home will Model Space.
Ian says DeLorean. Do not try to do the DeLorean in a speed build.
I've looked at that build. I've clicked through all of the pages on that. Like you overnighted it from Japan. Oh man.
Yeah, he did. I remember seeing his video. It was before he joined HTM. That's what actually caught me on it. Is I was watching him when he got all the boxes, and Japan ships all the parts in very nice little boxes. They're very nice.
And they look like old CD boxes from back in the day.
Like
little
you can
books,
put them on
right.
Like little cardboard boxes that look like books. Very nicely packaged compared to us. Very wasteful, but very nicely packaged. It is a great build, but he would spend a whole day working on stage 48. So that's wiring the interior. So I don't think he can speed build that.
Yeah, there's a couple builds where like that was the thing that when I was looking through, like I watched not watched, but like I went through some of your various builds, and I was like, that's some of the things I was looking for. I was looking for limited lighting, limited wiring, limited like greeblies for lack of a better term, like limited small bits, limited stuff that just didn't like need to be done, and looked for a kit as well that didn't like require a whole lot of modification for me to be happy with it as well. And so that's the thing, like with the DeLorean, I know that there's a whole suite of mods that go with that as well. So like, yeah, that the DeLorean is going to be the build that comes after kit. So I've already determined, like, whenever that's available, if I'm getting towards stage like 100 on kit, and the DeLorean is either in like production or getting ready or what have you, I'm going to start. I've kind of laid out the ground. What's that?
Well, I'm looking at part counts. Eleanor Mustang is 544.
Oh.
The fire truck, the FDNY Ladder 9 truck is 631. The LaFerrari is 517.
Wow.
Let's see. Knight Rider is 691. The Mercedes 300 SL is 415.
Wow.
The Terminator is 815.
Oh my God.
The DeLorean is 1,232. So just to give you a heads up on that one. The Ecto 1 is 1,245.
1,245 parts.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to know what the Enterprise D is, because I counted each individual window you had to install as a part. So.
No, I really don't.
We're talking less building. Hey, building is only second to what we're doing here, okay?
That's right. That's right. Thanks, Dash.
Yeah. You tell him, Dash. All right. The suspense is killing me. There are 2,421 parts on the Enterprise D.
Is that the most parts of any part work?
Oh yeah, twice as much as the DeLorean and the Ecto 1. At least of what I've built, it's twice as much as they are. So it crushes them all.
My God! And of course, it's the first freaking part work that I start with.
Yeah, why not? But if you know what's funny is the old DB5, the old Goldfinger DB5 from Eagle Moss was only 261 parts.
Really?
Yep. And 261 screws. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but
there's some sort of like Easter egg in that number.
I don't know. The Falcon is 1,617 parts, roughly.
Really?
And just over 1,100 screws.
My God.
Yeah. How many parts for the
Okay,
Bismarck?
well.
I have not built the Bismarck, so I do not know. I bet you it's on here though. Now that song's in my head. And a spring pokes you in the balls.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Approximate number of parts, 1,900 on the Bismarck.
On the Bismarck? Oh my god. Holy crap.
That's insane.
All right.
But I mean, you got to think every little piece of photo etch, that's a part. Every little, and Bismarck's got a ton.
Yeah.
The Titanic. The Titanic is 1,733, and that count doesn't feel accurate because I guess I did. No, I did count them. 1,733. That includes the photo etch at the end But do you count the reel of rigging line as one part, or each piece you have to cut as a part? I did not count each of the piece. Yes, it's the photo etch. The photo etch, at the end, the Bismarck has a ton, way more than the Titanic.
Yeah, Eleanor sounds like the one I was looking at, like the what was it? The Subaru is like 800 parts, so the Eleanor is sounding incredibly fascinating right now. But that's also not available as a full kit yet. So,
oh my god, even my word fences. So you use WordFence as your security program for your WordPress sites. They're increasing their prices. They don't do anything.
Everything's getting more expensive, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about StreamYards today, like, and how we renew. By the way, Buck, we renew right after Wonderfest, so. Oof. That's going to hurt a little bit.
Let's see. We're already at 223 parts for the Apache, and that's only through 12 stages.
Oh, my God.
And there's 100 stages. But to be fair, we're going to get a lot of big parts for the body, the fuselage, frame, things like that. There's big parts still to come. So. But to give you a comparison, I said that the Eagle Moss DB5 was 261 parts, but the No Time to Die DB5 is 925.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do they do a lot more like a proper suspension, proper engine, stuff like that?
Yeah, they added things like the watts linkage.
Ian.
That's gross!
The watts linkage is actual independent separate pieces and actually works. On the Eagle Moss, it was just one part. The Eagle Moss was incredibly simplified, and it was one of the very first part works from 2011. So, they've gotten a lot more complicated and a lot more parts and a lot more, love this too, tampo printing than they did before. I mean, before it was just the plastic was the part color. That was it.
Right.
They're a lot better. I was super impressed with the Ferrari. Like, the amount of printing they did on things on the Ferrari was very impressive.
Okay. So what I need to do.
Did you see that look on his face? Did you guys see the look on his face?
What?
Listen, you smell something?
What?
Oh.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, finger that.
Blonde.
Get in there.
Right in there.
Oh,
right in there.
yeah.
All right, so what I need to do is for these, which is pretty cool. It's a 10 millimeter LED.
Jesus.
Right. It's addressable. So what we have to do is
Disco mode?
take out it. Well, it probably could have a disco mode. Like okay, so first up, Green Strawberry, probably their board for this is very nice. And I'm a little surprised, honestly. Their work can be a bit janky from time to time, from being real. And this board is very, very nice. There is going to be a press button control. I wonder if we can get into it after I'm done with the video and see what we can do about programming something like that, because I was thinking about it. Am I trying to land a plane there?
I don't get it.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
get it. Does this look like a plane? Maybe. I don't know. What I need to do is I have regular 5mm LEDs that are going to be going in here. Then I have the 10mm LED. And on the instructions here from Green Strawberry is it looks like I need to remove the entirety of those center cones inside of there. So that's where we're going to start. And I'm going to figure out how to do that real quick. Let's see here. Probably wouldn't hurt to start by drilling out the center of that, where I will go. Cool thing with the stock lighting kit that it came with is it also came with some drill bits as well. So don't know if I need the biggest drill bit in the world, but what? No, there's no way. Oh, it's Russian and it's sticky. Oh. Ew. Ew. Okay. Dude. Gross. Use some of my my airbrush cleaner to get that stickiness off my hands. That's very gross. All right. So I'm going to start by drilling out the center, and I know just the smaller one wasn't sticky. So I'm going to grab that. After the video, maybe at least I could as a joke thing. That'd be pretty funny, actually, Ken. Yeah, I know, especially Russian drill bits. Disgusting. Well, my thought is I'm going to drill out the center here, and then it'll give me a place to start cutting around the edges, just like that. So I am going to grab.
Ooh.
Oh.
What is that?
Hold on. We have.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah. Ew, dude. All right. So I'm just going to grab my crappy nippers here, and I'm going to start just cutting along the sides here, kind of making my way down. I've been kind of thinking about this since this morning when I was kind of planning the build for today. That's something coming in the mail that would help if they would only show up in the mail, but it's not here today. So we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, you had an unboxing plan, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So unfortunately, it was On Track who is doing the delivery, basically Laser Ship, and they didn't have my gate code, and so they didn't actually deliver yesterday. And reached out to them, got all my information updated yesterday, but then it takes like 1 to 2 business days to redeliver, so it's likely going to be delivered tomorrow, unfortunately. So, but yeah, had a bit of an unboxing plan, but in the world of shipping, instant gratification is kind of one of those things that we all get used to a little bit. So I do have a rotary tool, but I don't know if that's actually going to help with this whole process real quick. So we'll just keep hacking. We'll keep just doing this. We'll be fine. What?
This is painful to watch.
Me hacking this up?
Twisting the plastic out. And
yep.
in the words of Steve,
There's
just
really
the sprue.
Just chunking through this right now.
Mm-hmm.
I really I've been trying to think of like a better way of doing this, and I really just don't. If anybody knows of a better way I should be doing this, let me know, because I have to do it 2 more times on a fixed piece. These 2 are like in place, and then this one I'm kind of holding. So if you guys know a better way of doing this, please let me know. I will go grab a proper drill piece or drill. Because I think
you don't have a Dremel. I take it.
I do have a Dremel, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a little pointy rotary tool on it.
There we go. I could do that. It's funny, as I got this rotary tool several months ago, and I've only used it once, as evidenced by the fact of it being in the bottom of a very deep drawer. All right, plug this in real quick.
All of a sudden, you see Jordan spin around the room.
Just check to make sure the cat's awake so I don't make a ridiculous amount of noise. All right, and you said a pointy tool?
Yeah, it looks like an egg-shaped hard stone tool.
Got it.
Either that or a cutoff wheel. But the cutoff wheel, you're not going to be able to get inside there, so.
No.
You need a grinding bit.
One of these, like...
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what pink tools are. Mine don't look like that. So you just want something in there that's got an edge that you can grind through it. No, that's not really going to help you. I saw one of those pink tools. It's got a straight edge, look like a T shape. You're off camera, so I can't see what you're doing, but maybe that might work. But there was one that had like a more straight edge. That if it's small enough, maybe you can get it inside the hole and just go around the circumference.
No, it's too big.
No, that's not going to work. Didn't one of those pink ones have like a more straight edge on the edge of it? No, the angled one will work better. What else you got?
Meh.
Nope. Now, try the beveled one.
The beveled one?
Yeah, the first one. And if you can get that in there and just basically grind at the point where you want to stop cutting it out, and maybe you can just go around in a circle and see what I mean?
Okay.
Just grind it out.
Yep.
And you want to go slow, probably as slow as that Dremel is going to go, because otherwise you'll just melt plastic.
Right.
And if you want to practice, I would. You have some sprue or something you can practice on, so you know what kind of pressure you need and stuff, because you can jack up a part, because it'll try to the spinning of it will make it walk on the plastic.
Got it. Yeah, I've got something I can use.
Oh, my girlfriend would like to know, where's your bun?
Where's my what?
Where's your bun?
Oh, my bun?
Yeah, she says your bun's out.
My hair's down.
Oh.
I have my hair down today.
I don't even recognize you.
Yep. No, I don't know why I took it down, but I just did. Okay. Man, I bought this so long ago. If I had known what I was buying, I definitely wouldn't have bought this one. Okay.
Jordan's got a tail. Do you ever put it in a ponytail?
Occasionally, yeah. I usually keep it
Not
up
out in
in a
public,
bun
right?
for
Just
no,
like
not
around the
really.
house.
Just around the house, yeah.
Yeah. You go grab
And
one of
I
the crunchies and
how'd you know?
we secretly install cameras in all our HTM members' houses.
Ah, yes. All right. Let's see how this does. Okay. Yep, that works just fine. Okay.
All right. Now you know how to do it.
Let's give it a try. I have it on the slowest setting, so
Yeah, on most Dremels, even the slowest setting is still too fast. But for plastic
yeah.
work, say. Rebecca says it's very Viking of you.
That's actually how the man bun came to be. So I was trying to get the Viking cut, and then the pandemic kicked in. And so I had to like go to cutting my own hair, and that's how it just kind of wound up being. And like I couldn't like by cutting my own hair, like shaving the sides basically. So then I just let the top grow, and yeah, I've thought about cutting it several times, but every time I do, I'm like, it's the first time I've ever had my hair long, and I kind of like it.
You just
So
can't bring yourself to do it, huh?
I can't no. So I do. I don't know. I like it. It's fun. Like I can tell you this, my hair is not like when I don't have a man bun. It is extraordinarily. My hair is very wavy, and so it's really difficult for me to like brush my hair and keep it styled without using just an ungodly amount of gel or pomade or whatever. And so it's just really nice to be able to put it up and not have to worry about it. That's like one of the best parts. So this is working
Is it good?
very slowly, but it's working. Wish it was just big enough to get a cutoff wheel in there, but this works. But yeah, I've thought about it a couple of times. Like, get all the pieces out here that are already removed. But it's funny is like my employees, some of them I've been working with for the better part of a decade, and we'll go back and look at pictures of me or whatever back in the day, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you actually had short hair." So,
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to share
that
those on one of your Dockyard streams.
oh, I can absolutely.
You'll be like, oh, here's me when I was 16.
I
look
can
like
actually. I'll put together some
Pee-wee
stuff for
Herman.
next week. Why not? I also recorded a sequence of me tossing a bunch of pizza at work. So like doing the toss and everything. So did that for. I guess that would make sense. Why that would be gross. But tossing pizza. That's kind of a gross thing to say, actually. Yeah, I have I'll set up some stuff for next week. Might even be able to bust out some stuff when I was in cadets in high school. Might have some footage of me tossing or spinning a rifle, actually, now that I think about it. Okay. Now,
Is that when you were mostly not doing military things while you were in ROTC?
yep. I was in ROTC in high school. And I was the arms drill team commander. And so I was really good at tossing an M1 Garand or spinning it.
So tossing your rifle is what taught you to toss pizza?
Kind of, yeah, actually.
Who knows if those things would have smashed together?
Seriously. And how Pete, it was so interesting. Like, I was going to, right after I graduated, like the plan was I graduated in June of 2001. And 3 months later, everything kind of changed, right? And so the plan was to possibly go into the military after cadets, but being that my dad was in the military and stuff like that, I kind of was at that point kind of tired of the military lifestyle, like bouncing from place to place and all of that. Like I was really tired of thankfully, like we home ported a lot in Bremerton, but there was a good deal of my childhood where I lived in California and in Virginia and some other places. And so, I don't know, just the thought of like moving around quite a bit didn't really do it for me right after high school. And so I chose not to do the military thing. And I was still working I was working at Sbarro, if you guys remember that restaurant chain. And then 9/11 happened, and then if you guys all recall, like there were no jobs. Like jobs were really hard to find after that because the economy took a crap. And so I just kind of stayed working at Sbarro. And 23 years later, still working in pizza restaurants, so it just kind of want to be one of those things. Like for me and so that's how that turned out, by the way. Turned out pretty good.
Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that'll be perfect. Just gonna double confirm that. Does that fit? Just the way it should. Bingo. So then I knock it down on the ground, of course. But for me, Jesus, where'd it go? It's far underneath the desk. Whatever. Job security is really important, and so it's just kind of one of those things where I got on where I kind of fit in. I like get in where you fit in, sort of thing, and wound up actually making some money at it as soon as I graduated high school, and so here I am all these years later. A lot of the
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
You okay?
Uh-oh. What happened to Jordan's internet? Oh. Wow. That was a lot.
I know. I was like talking for a second. I look up and I see the screen and it's just completely blank. And all right, I'm gonna need to cut the stream off today. By the way, it's 6. I do need to go pick up a prescription tonight. And so when Kat and I go out, I'll be talking about what I want to do about getting some Cat 5 and running it. Do you think that would be better than a stronger router?
Oh, 100 times better.
What's that?
100 times better. And I would grind that from the other side.
Okay.
If you
Good point.
can try to grind it from the other side, if you have to drill that out part first or whatever you got to do to grind it down, because that way if you slip, you're on the inside of the model, right?
Yeah, no, I've already had that thought like twice while I was doing that. So thank you. Absolutely.
And you will slip. It's invariable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yep.
He has too much air in your internet. Yes. If you ever watched IT Crowd and you saw the internet and she's holding a little shoebox that had the internet in it, she's like, I would expect it all to have cables, and they're like, it's wireless. It's classic. Yeah, no.
My God.
And where Jordan is, he's in a condo complex of like what, 18 units or something, and they're all
12, yeah.
And and there's houses front and back, and there's Wi-Fi all over the place, and
yeah. And it's an older building too, so like there's just it's not very friendly connection, so to say. Like only one internet jack or the cable jack, and it's in Cat's room, so like there's just not much I can do. So yeah, I'll do that.
Everything.
I will do that.
About trying to change the channel it was on, and then it's a whole thing. If you can be wired, always be wired. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and actually, that's exactly it. Like, I mean, who's to say that someone else didn't also do what or has a stronger band router, or is in the same channel or band that we're using? And so yeah, no, that makes sense. And like I also I've been playing a little bit more PS5 lately, so I do directly as well. There was a couple of there was a couple of updates that I needed to do for the PlayStation that were just ridiculously huge that took forever. So no, that's that's a great point. So, and I actually have some cable management as well. Like I've got the what do you call it? The little plastic pieces. So like, I guess you might be able to see it. Well, that camera. Nope, wrong camera. I don't know why the side camera isn't working.
Everything is Wi-Fi is stopped by everything. Especially 5G. 5G doesn't want to go through anything. But
right,
most people don't realize that Wi-Fi is like talking on a CB radio, right? Only one person gets to talk on a channel at once, right? So if you have 5 different houses all on channel 1, and because basically there's 1, 6, and 11 for 2.4, and if you got to, in the evening, people and your neighbors are all watching Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu and all that, so they're all streaming too, and everybody is fighting to be able to talk on the channel. And only Wi-Fi, only one person gets to talk at a time, and they get to send a packet, and somebody else gets to send a packet, and somebody else or packets. And so it's like having a CB radio. And so when you have a lot of people trying to use it, and especially sending a lot of data at the same time, it's not good.
Right. And I know that right now, like, I had to increase the speed a little bit to get that going. Like Cat's out watching
speed will jump a
TV.
huge amount by being wired.
What's that?
Your throughput will go huge just being wired.
Yeah. And we have strong internet here too, which is really frustrating. Like, at Cat's end of the house, we get the full 1.4 down. So
yeah, but try it different times of the day, right? In the evening, when everybody's, you're not going to get that. During the day, when nobody else is around, sure.
Absolutely.
But you go wired and you'll get it all. So
that's exciting. I'm gonna order some. I'm just gonna do it.
A little switch and hook up your TV, her computer, whatever it is. Try to wire everything. Stay off Wi-Fi if you can.
I actually have a switch. Actually, now that I think about it, we replaced one of our network switches at work because we needed more capacity, and so I actually have a network switch available. I just I snagged the old one. So okay, well, I'll do a stream purchase before I dip out tonight and grab some Cat 5, Cat 6. Excuse me.
Yeah, Buck's talking about running 5G like cellular, and honestly, if you're pretty close to a tower, it's not bad at all. That's what Rebecca's using at home. She has no problem.
So I'm actually. We have that giant cell phone tower in my parking lot.
See, that'd probably be too close.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay. This is a mess maker. Jesus. Just vacuumed. Looks like I'm gonna have to do that again. Yeah, we have it's like I think it's an AT&T tower sitting right outside of right inside of our parking lot. So
No?
which is interesting.
Get an
Living under
AT&T
power lines as a
5G
kid.
network and put it right in your room, or just run a cable.
Yeah.
I'd try the cable first.
Running a cable. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that tonight. Yeah, I'll order that tonight and work on it this weekend. I'm gonna have a little bit of extra time. I'm gonna be trying to take a little bit of time off this weekend. I know I have next Wednesday off actually, which is gonna be nice. Haven't had a weekday off in a little while, which would be really great. And stuff tends to melt the plastic a little bit, so I'm just cleaning up the edges here. There we go. Yeah, much easier than the.
No, Buck says AT&T.
What I
No,
was trying
not
to
the dark side. AT&T is the empire. My girlfriend's on Verizon, and she doesn't seem to have any problems at home.
We had Verizon 5G as our internet at our Airbnb, and it worked great. We'd never had a single issue, like at all, like not one single issue. So, yeah, no, it's a great tip. Cool thing about this one on the end is it's got that flat end, so I can just kind of push down. Right in that spot where a little too raised. There we go. Excellent. So that's 2 out of 3 done. One more time.
Bruno Moss.
Yeah, I know that I am personally with T-Mobile, and I know that's available. Once again, though, like you're relying on 5G and all of that to connect. So I have the wires is the way to go, and I know that it's super cheap to get a bunch of Cat 6. So I want you to know if I have any questions.
Very good at making frequencies carry traffic, right? And home Wi-Fi hasn't really changed a whole lot.
Right.
If you go and buy like a home router that's got like MIMO antennas, multi-in, multi-out, like the ones that look like spiders,
Mm-hmm.
They basically try to connect on 3 different channels to carry more bandwidth, right? Or create 3 streams at the same time. It's I
don't know. Yeah. I clipped that. I heard it land, and then I saw my kitten out of the corner. I kind of, but she's like, "What the hell was that?" All right, some more noise time.
Do you need do we need to you need to be wearing your protective lab goggles?
I actually,
You shoot your eye out.
what's yeah, you mentioned that, and you were 100% correct. Yep. Here we are. Safety protection kids. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, yeah.
I learned a couple things from doing the other side, so I'm trying to
Well, what did you learn? Share with the
employ
class.
that. So what I did was, instead of like trying to come in and go in straight in and then go around, I'm going to demonstrate right here. I went in at an angle and got as far down as possible. And then basically bring it down to layers.
Sounds like you're filming a porno. Oh.
I saw that, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Buck didn't wear glasses, so he didn't have to worry about it. Don too. Oh God.
Yep.
Eric came back from a phone call. And he came back to a dentist office simulator.
You want to be my lab partner? I just made it weird for myself. Ooh, hot plastic. Jordan.
Eric says it's making his teeth hurt. And Ian can't take anymore.
Okay.
He says you need an Ethernet cable stat. I agree.
Is it that bad tonight?
It definitely gets chunky at times.
I apologize, guys. Next stream, this will be taken care of.
Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants.
Yeah, like I said, my apologies. We'll get this taken care of. I'm just going through, cleaning up all the melted plastic parts here. Excellent. That's all taken care of. Do a little bit of cleanup on the inside. And I'm just using the drill, actually, the rough edges of the drill. Just kind of clean up that. Get all the burrs out.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. It's funny.
There's no one left at Kmart to prosecute, my friends. Kmart is gone. You know what the bird said when it flew over Kmart? Cheap, cheap. Pure silence on the other end.
Oh,
Oh man.
a little schmeg in my holes. Wait a minute, what? What?
Oh my god. I love it. Okay, now I gotta find that part that I lost. Where'd it go? Okay. Where did it go?
Oh, he's imitating me.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna disappear underneath my desk for a second. I'll be right back. My hair, it's all Doc Browning out.
Uh-oh.
Again?
Did it go out?
No?
Okay, good. Okay. Now what I gotta do is I need to, actually, let me rephrase. Need to drill out these holes. And these are for the 5mm LEDs. And these are the sublight engines, I believe. I'm feeling like a poor nerd for not knowing if that's a sublight engine or not, or if it's the FTL. Can't remember which is which now. Which is which? Let's find out. It says on the front. Main engine FT is. Did I disappear again? Oh, sorry guys.
Nah, it glitched like this just for a second.
Okay.
Darth says your hair looks like Ernie McCracken from Kingpin.
Oh my god. I'm all super paranoid. So the ones that I'm drilling out right now, the small ones in the center, so I'll switch this over here in a second. The small engines in the center right here are the FTL drives, and then the three big engines are the main engines. So the main engines have the what do you call it? The 10mm LEDs, and then the 5mm are going to be for the FTL. So our FTL lights are these ones, and it is a dual LED. So I went ahead and when I wired it up, they're run in conjunction to each other. So I just need to sizing right. It looks like this is not quite big enough. So I'm going to start with. Go ahead.
That's what she said.
Waiting for someone to lose a part and it lands in their hair and they can't find it until they comb out their hair. Yeah, Dash, that would be me. I can tell you what, not a lot of us men know this, but if you have your hair in a ponytail all the time or up in a man bun all the time, it starts to hurt. If you guys have ever had a hat head, it feels like that, like right at the top of your dome. And I was having that this afternoon. Like I got home from work and yeah, I was definitely feeling a little hat heady. So if that's even a word.
Heady?
Hat heady. You know what hat head is?
You never did wear your big boy hat on a stream.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No.
Let me change that. I'll be right back. I have a little hat display up here, and Todd was very nice to send me a shipment of stuff and sent me, got a Union Pacific hat, 4014. And I thought originally this was a part work gift, but then he hasn't built any locomotives, and so that would be super cool.
Dude, I wish. I was looking at the what is it, Mike Mirkland? They have like a one. It's an O scale, so it's like 1/24th scale. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful. It's a model train. What's Mirkland? Markland. Anyway, but that locomotive is $7,000. So it was it's $7,000 for that model train. So that's too much. Yeah, the big boy. Oh, you actually look good with a hat. Do you put all your hair out? Do you put all your hair out the hole in the back?
No, God, no. Now it's just the baseball player-esque where it's coming out the back. I usually wear like a fitted baseball cap is when I do it, so often look like a baseball player.
it does say big boy on the side, Don. It's got the big boy chalk marking. Jordan, did you see the kit transformer he posted that Eric posted in Discord?
No, hold on. Let me.
He posted it early today.
Let me do that. Switch. Perfect. Thanks, Donnie. By the way, Donnie, if you're watching, you sent the email. Oh.
No.
Oh. That looks cool. I kind of need that. Is it available now?
Oh, who's getting Jordan as their Secret Santa?
That'd be a great gift. Nice. Dude, hell yeah. I'm surprised I haven't seen that yet, actually, now that I think about it. Todd, this hat actually fits this big old dome really well. I'm kind of surprised.
It looks good on you.
Yeah.
It looks better than me.
Like, hats don't normally like
my hat's too tall and big, and I don't need to be any taller.
I do. I need to be taller because short and fat is the way I go through life, and so being taller would be a little nicer. I think there's a rapper that had a whole thing about that. I'm gonna go grab some bigger drill bits. 1 second. It was I wish I were a little bit taller. I wish I were a baller.
I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her.
Like call her. 6th floor apartment. What was that? Was that too tall? Is that the name of the artist? I can't remember.
Oh.
And would you believe that I grabbed the? I think so. I actually grabbed the right drill bit size the first time, which is kind of amazing. Let's see if this actually fits inside of this thing. I highly doubt it. It will not. So we'll see how this goes. Do I want to use a power drill? Oh, we're using a power drill.
Do it.
We're using all of the power equipment on this stream tonight, which makes me. I had this brief panic moment. I'm like, does the drill have power? And it does. So, okay. Perfect. Oh, that was perfect. Power tools for the win. Excellent. And that fits in there perfectly. So the 5mm sits in just like that. And so the things that I can't do right now is like actually install these because I have to record that, but I wanted to do all the test fitting. So how this is going to go in is we're going to put one here and then put the other one in. And I can go ahead and add some power to our power supply here. Finish burning in, like I said, the rest of my LEDs. There were so many of these we had to power up. So, and so, wow, that's going to get blown out, but there
Well, they
are
are
the
rockets.
LEDs. What's that?
I said they are rockets. They do blow out.
That's very true, right?
Yeah.
That actually looks really good. There's bells that sit over the top of that, obviously, as well. But excellent. So that's all ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and clean up some of the space here real fast. God, I've made a huge mess on my desk. Now what I need to do is I need to install, because there was a center sprue that was sitting right in here for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure, but they put a sprue in there. And then inside of here, you got 3 little keyed spots. And that is going to match up on the inside on those 3 keyed spots. So when you put them in, I'm going to grab my Tamiya. I've actually used a large amount of Tamiya lately and on this model, which has been pretty nice. The whistles, Tuesday. The whistles are going to be on Tuesday. Gotta love the Star Trek reference. So, wrong side, Jordan. There we go. So that's going to fit in just like so. So what I want to do.
Donnie has a question for you. Hi, Donnie.
Todd, if you're just showing up, and thank you, Donnie, by the way, for sending me your email address. Perfect. I love it. Todd sent me this hat, and I was supposed to wear it on stream last week or the week before last, but I forgot. So wearing it tonight and found out that it fits really nice, and actually, like, it's a nice hat. So all right. Yeah, so I wound up using quite a bit of the Tamiya lately, and so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the extra thin because I need to kind of hold this in place. So I'm going to use the capillary action here to
Capillary?
start getting the seal. Capillary?
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 And to start getting this sealed in. Yeah, normally I tend to really like using super glue for my models. But I've been using the extra thin for this model, and the combination of the two Tamiyas. And I need to actually fire up the printer tonight to I want to print out the bottle holders for these, because I've been getting a little nervous. I've kind of almost knocked these over a couple of times, and
well, you only spill it once and then you do something different.
And on the other side of this mat is in the middle of it is a giant Tamiya spill, so which is not awesome.
I better removed all those pesky lines for you.
Oh, it certainly did. Yes, and it also brought down the color quite a bit. And what you guys can't see is this, like right here, right above, like, my finger down here on the bottom, just right below it, there's a I have like some super glue that I tried to remove with debonder, and as soon as I put the debonder down, I'm like, oh my god, no, because that's just nail polish remover, and it basically took all of the grid line off down there too, but thankfully it's not on camera. There's going to come a point where I don't use this mat anymore because it's getting pretty beat up. Been using it for
Well, how
almost.
we know it's you and not Andrew?
Good point. I really like Wayne's clear mat that he's been using with his logo behind it.
That is cool. And he puts one mat underneath to change the color. Then he puts his logo down. Then he puts a clear mat on top. Yeah.
I really, really like that. Now, this is working really, really well. It's all sticking together real nice, like.
Yes, George Drew.
yourself something real.
George Drew.
All right. So I'm seeing there's a little bit of a gap back there. You can see just like right there on the bottom, which is interesting because I didn't do anything to cut right there. So that's just kind of a bit of the flaw in the plastic. So
seal it with tulip.
I don't have any tulip. I need to order some. I know.
Oh.
I actually have it in my cart. I need to let me
wait a minute, what?
Make my what?
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 No tulip.
No tulip. I haven't had an opportunity to use it yet. So I actually
put it on your Christmas list.
Yep. It's in my cart right now. Let me add the Cat 6 to it as well. So
You don't need Cat 6. Cat 5 is plenty.
Cat 5. Cat 5. Probably 50 feet should be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're slowly making Jordan a real modeler. He's gonna have some tulip.
Mm-hmm.
A little baseball cap.
All right. Pay now. All right. On its way. Some tulip and
Did you get the
some
shiny
cat.
or the dull?
I got the dull.
That's good.
Does that matter?
It just doesn't reflect light, so I like it better.
The dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The matte.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I picked up.
Puffy paint, and they make all they have all these different kind of things. They changed the name to be, puffy gloss, and then now they came out. They changed their bottle design and everything, so you have to look specifically for it. Oh, Ken doesn't have any tulip either. Oh, it's probably expensive up there in Canada.
Probably. Ken, we're definitely going to need it. Actually, what's funny is the reason I picked it up was for the Reliant build. I was watching some of Will's stuff. We're going to need it for the Reliant build. So pick up some tulip. That one. I was pointing over that way. I'm not quite sure. That's so funny. The part of Ian is being played by Jordan tonight. Yes. I do, I want to be able to have the things that I need. And if I'm on stream, and I could buy something every now and then. So yeah.
Yep. It's good for the Enterprise build too. He's right.
Yep. Yeah, especially I got to do the bridge mod, and I'm kind of like I wouldn't say hesitating, but just kind of holding off right now for a second.
I bought some doming resin. It's actually here right next to me. From Solar Res. I bought some doming resin that I want to try.
Okay.
And they make a an air release. So you can add this to your resin to make it release the bubbles even more.
Really?
You know.
And it's solar, as you say?
Mm-hmm. Now, I think the fly resin we already have has air release in it, but this is to make it even stronger. So.
Okay. Sweet. Oh yeah. Okay.
But I have some ideas for the doming resin, so that's why I got some.
Okay. Very cool. All right. So that's taken care of. We need to. I'm going to work on assembling one of these LEDs real fast. I'm basically, when I do the video, I've recorded 3 segments so far of the video. The unboxing, the intro, and where is it? Where'd you go?
Dash asked what doming resin is. Doming resin has a very high surface tension. So instead of flattening out when you put it on something, it wants to stand up. The colder it is, the better it works. Yeah. So you can like even chill it if you want it to stand up taller, but you can make little domes. Like I think it'll do a 1/8 inch at normal room temperature, which is a pretty good dome.
Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to be using a little clamp here.
Ken says he used black hot glue last time. I hate using hot glue. It never goes where I want it to go. I always burn myself. It sticks to everything. I get it everywhere. I hate using hot glue. And then when you want it to stick to something, it doesn't stick to that. So
Oh, this clamp works so nice. Perfect.
yeah, between that thing and between that little clamp and your little Omni Fixo, you're like a professional now.
I have nice stuff. It's just not sour for fingers here. I know I'm cutting resin without.
He's holding his breath. It's all right.
I just don't want to bust out the face mask. I really don't. So I've never known why. Is it because of because of how fine the particulate is, or is it because it's toxic?
No, it's an irritant. If you interact with the resin long enough, most people will become allergic to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like one of the things about like dealing with resin printers. Like you can touch resin, but it wants to go right through your skin, right? So, and if you mess with them, that's where you're supposed to wear gloves and not breathe it and everything. Is people will develop allergies to it. Then you can't do it at all.
That's good to know. Well, that worked really well. So I just need to clean up this edge real fast. All right. Flat sanding stick. Sand that flat. Blow that away from me. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's take a look.
Ian has hot glue. He uses hot glue. I don't like hot glue.
I've never used it. I've contemplated buying a hot glue gun.
Just imagine squirting hot snot all over your model, hoping it'll stick to things. It's just it never goes where it's supposed to go. You're gonna burn yourself because you're gonna touch it, but when you think, oh, that doesn't look hot, and you burn yourself. You're gonna lose all the feeling in your fingertips, which you probably have lost already because you work in the kitchen. But
correct.
Yeah.
So what I just cut was one of these adapters here, and this fits. You're able to take the 10 millimeter LED and plop that right into place. So now that is going to sit in. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that engine bell real fast. This one right here. And I believe that this completely. I might need to take a look at the instructions real fast. I know. Crazy talk. looking
Ian
at
says you look
instructions
like
and
Leo
all that.
Vaughn with that hat on. And Dash says apparently he's allergic to 350 refed Sunday sun and work. No. Yeah, no, that's true. You're not until you Google-ize your tools and you give them names. Yeah, you're not a professional. Sorry.
By the way, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see it, but I put googly eyes in the fur on my microphone.
No, we did not see that. Shows the camera.
Oh, let me stand up a little bit here.
Pull an Andrew.
So some googly eyes and
yes. He means Theo Vaughn. Oh my God. All right.
Oh God.
So much hate, Todd. Who hurt you? The hot glue did. That's who hurt me.
Okay, so I'm gonna bust out the instructions real quick.
Trent would like to know: did you get the photo etch and the 3D printed engine bells from Green Strawberry?
So they didn't want any of that. They literally want. They have to assume. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm doing a promo video to show how the lighting kit and only the lighting kit are installed. I asked them if they I was going to do the photo etch for it. I was going to get the 3D printed stuff, and they said no. We want it to be completely stock kit, nothing extra. I had to get permission to use my shrink wrap versus theirs. They were kind of like a little hemming and hawing about it. So, but the reason why I don't want to use the shrink wrap is because what they give me is this. And if I wanted to get something from Harbor Freight, I would have. And it's too thick. I'm just not happy with it. So I'm kind of limited by what I can do with this. And I have to complete the model. It has to be completely painted and presented. I have to professionally take, I have a friend who's a professional photographer. So I'm having her do professional photographs for it. And so I'm kind of limited by the build. Now, if this was just for me, I would 100% do the photo etch cargo bays. Some of the exterior parts are a lot nicer. They actually have some drilling patterns on there too that I've seen. So yeah, I really wish that that was a possibility, but it's just not. So, and that's fine. To be honest, I have so many damn models in a building. This is model number 10. So I'm kind of fine without doing anything super crazy. And because of that, I've been able to do some pretty serious progress. I was able to get through, like I said, about a third of the build in just 2 days, including drilling out 500-600 windows. So yeah, I wish I could do a little bit more where I'm really gonna focus, because I imagine that this build is going to be done in the next couple weeks. Where I'm really going to focus is doing on a really nice paint job on it. That's what I really want to do well. Ken and I on an instruction series that we did. We painted the 2700 scale, or not the 2700, but the 14,500 scale Star Destroyer, and that one was a lot of fun. Just with some of the techniques that Ken taught me how to do on that one, I want to try to apply that to the to this one as well. So I'm looking forward to that portion of it. So let's see here. I'm bringing up the instructions real fast just to see if I need to. If they want me to assemble the engine bell almost completely. Yes, they do. Okay. So that is going to be E8. Got it. Okay. Sorry about that. Just needed. Go ahead.
Wonders if it work on the Gambody Destroyer resin model. Is the same scale? Maybe. It is the same scale. I did take a look at that because, like I said, I had a really hard time finding this model. The Gambody kit is completely what's the word? Solid. So there would be. You would have to do. Light that? What's that? How are you supposed to light it? They didn't design it for lighting.
They didn't design it for lighting. So you would have to actually go into like Lychee or Chudu Box and hollow it out. And then because like for me, with at least my limitations, even if I were to be able to hollow it out and print it properly, it's still not the stock kit, right? And so that's kind of why I stopped with it. But yeah, it's solid. It's solid. Like I was looking at the one, I think it's through, yeah, it is Gambody. And they have 2 different scales available. In the smaller scale, which I believe is 5,000 scale, that one can be lit. I think the 2,700 scale is a pretty solid print. I can't imagine trying to drill out, 1,800 windows out of a out of the Gambody. It's something that I've looked at though. What I've been looking at through their stuff is I've been kind of toying around with the idea of they have the full interior for the 43rd scale Falcon, so the Diag Falcon. They have the full interior available for print for like $30. So I thought about it, but no, just no. That model is going to be plenty on its own, and if I can avoid doing any more Falcon stuff, I will. So I'll just be real about that. So this piece sits right on top, just right here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get that installed. And I'm going to very, very gently just put a little bit of extra thin just around a couple spots here. Gently. God. Let that set up for a second, then I'll use the capillary action to finish setting it in place. Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
And it's Todd.
It's Todd.
It's Todd.
I made him wear the hat.
Well, Todd sent me the hat. I used to wear hats quite a bit, actually, back in the day. Before my haircut, or before I stopped cutting my hair. These days, a little less often, but I'm a huge Seattle Mariners fan, so of course I know disappointment and sadness. But I really do love their uniforms, and I love the hats, so I've got probably like 30 Mariners hats. Andrew's watching from work tonight. Holy crap. Nice.
Oh,
thank you.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's dedicated.
Yeah, really appreciate you. And like as a reminder, I'll be cutting off here in about 10 minutes or so. I got to be able to got to go pick up medication tonight.
It's a trick.
It was a little right. All right. Well, that is on there real nice. He is also a cat lover. That is correct. And then how this piece works is this one fits right over the top and clicks in place right around the outside here. So you can grab this. And see if it clicks. It says click. Yep, it'll say it'll click, so we'll see.
That's a real nice bowl you're making.
It is a nice bowl. There we go. There's that click. All right, there it is. And that's how that's going to fit inside there. So let's take a look. This is going to lock in. See, just like so. So it's keyed. So you have the little mounting lug right there, and then right up along the top there, and then you have a couple other little mounting spots. So that's going to click in. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Andrew catches. He always seems to catch the very end of the streams.
Yep.
Even started later.
So let's get this click back into place. It only wants to click in one way. And I didn't take note of which way that was. There we go. Now, interesting.
Is there no pin or
On the so this normally would fit in. Sorry, wrong side. Just like so.
does the pin go through the other side? That's what clicks it, holds it in place.
No, it doesn't. It's just a glue-on point. But what's happening here is the LED mounting point. What I need to do is make enough room underneath there so that I can get those 3 little mounting points through there is what's going on. So I need to kind of widen that out just a little bit more, but something doesn't feel right about that. Let me get this click back into place. And of course, I just broke one of the resin tabs off. Lovely. Okay. So that's not now going to click, but that's fine. Eh. No, Jordan, other side. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my thought is exactly that. So what I'm going to need to do is go through and with the Dremel and just bore that out a little bit more on the inside to allow some room for this LED mounting enclosure or whatever it is, the mounting point, to basically click through. So I'm not too worried about breaking off that one tab. So there are 3 tabs that would normally sit right there. I'm not too worried about that because I'll wind up super gluing this into place. So that's not going to be too big of a deal. But what I need to do is make a little bit of room so that I can do so. So let me just double check. Why does it look like that? Oh, I see. He gave us 2 different instructions. So on the instruction set, I'm like, wait, why does this look like that? If you get the resin printed bells, it gives you 2 different sets of instructions. So and I see that, Ken.
Which you don't have.
Right?
You don't have those. Okay.
Yeah. No. So it's going to be the top set of
apparently hot glue even.
You know, there is also, let me just, well, no, I got to use the kit parts. So damn it.
Yeah.
What I would have done, and what I still might do, is glue that in on the outside, cut those tabs flush, glue that down on the inside, and then put the LED and then secure it in place with some Solaros. Because what I'm worried about doing if I drill out along the outside is I'm going to be very inconsistent with it and they will not be centered properly. That is my biggest concern. I don't want that to be funky looking. So that's the approach I'm going to take. I'm going to figure out how to do it for one, or at least in the video, make it look like this piece is going in there like that. And then, basically just through the magic of editing or whatever, like you don't actually see me gluing it down. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll just properly put this in place, glue it in, snip off those little tabs and then glue that in over the top of that so that the 10 millimeter can actually have a spot to sit in there. So use a tapered reamer. That's an interesting thought. I'd have to pick one up because I don't have any that big. I only have a couple of very small reamers. So, okay. Something to think about. So, yeah, I think being that it's 6 o'clock, I'm going to need to cut it loose tonight. Sorry, guys. Usually go for a little bit longer, but like I said, life is a little bit more important. Got to get some stuff taken care of. So, there we are. Got to use some power tools tonight on stream, and I got to say that any chance that I get to use power drills or power tools, oh really? Okay, RC body reamers. Okay, I will find out if that's the thing. Like, I need to be able to ream that out properly and get it even. So, Ian, that is a fantastic tip. I will look at that because I may need, like I said, I may need to do it so that, you know, it's proper so the green strawberry is happy. I love it, Buck. 2-mana model in an audience. That sounds like a really bad sitcom from the early 2000s.
More than
you're welcome, Ken. Right?
Speaking of that,
I always like my holes smooth and even.
Tagline to your section. There you go.
All right, guys. Well, that's what I got for you all tonight, Todd. Thank you. If yes, I do have to take care of some business. That business is going to Walmart, by the way, guys. It's scary around here.
As you do.
As you do. But thank you, Todd, as always, for producing tonight. It's a joy to stream every single week and to be able to hang out with you guys. And so for you, Todd, thank you. I really appreciate it. And for all of you guys, I really appreciate you sticking around and watching. I will be on stream tomorrow with Hobby Time, probably briefly. There might be a chance where I'm only going to be dropping in and saying hi. But then definitely for the stream on Sunday. And cool news real quick before I do go. I'm going to be on Saturday judging a model competition at my local Hobby Time USA or Hobby Town USA. And apparently I'm the only judge.
Nobody else showed up.
No one else. Yeah, so holy crap. Which is gonna be pretty cool. It is all Gundam, so Ian, likely tomorrow I'll be talking to you about some things that I should be looking
Take
at.
some video.
So, absolutely. And there's gonna be video. I got the DJI, I've been practicing with it and doing some work. So the Horizon thing helped, Todd. Thank you. I you know, if this was paid, I would fly you out, but that's like a G round trip, and I know. But that is a great idea. It's Saturday between 1:30 and 3:30 my time, so that'd be 4:30 and 7:30 your time. So I just might, or 6:30 your time. So I just might. That's a great. It's a great offer, man. I really do appreciate it. So, otherwise, look for the Falcon episode tomorrow, and then the Razor Crest on Sunday. And then next week, we're going to be doing another. Right, exactly. Like my credit card's tapped, y'all. And then next week, I'll be doing a review of the Mike Lane Dash. For kits. So I'm going to be releasing that next week along with probably a regular slate of episodes. So there it is. Otherwise, thank you guys. I really do enjoy streaming, and I've been looking forward to this all day. So I guess that's what I got. Say it again.
I'm hoping to finish it on Friday.
Oh, you said you got some work done off stream, and you're able to get the dash in.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Starting to wire up the whole car now.
You're almost done too, and that's another model off the slate, which is super cool, man. So I am looking forward to seeing that. So, all right, guys, that's what I got for you tonight, and I just want to say thank you. I know that there was all a million y'all could have done today. Instead, he spent about 2 hours watching me try to figure out how to build a model, and I think that's pretty damn cool. If you guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful evening in this beautiful world where you happen to be. And just remember, my friends, that 2 men can make a difference. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.